Pre-sale or pre-construction benefits. For the past few weeks, the pre-sale buyers that I came across with, we had quite a bit of a conversation in regards to the benefit of pre-sale. Although I have made this video before, but I felt necessary that I made a detailed one. And in this video this time, we're going to be discussing 10 benefits of pre-sale or pre-construction investment. Hi, Axel Ziba here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Sincere Real Estate Chat. This is a chat between you and I talking about real estate. And I would love for you to leave comments in the comment below if I miss anything, if you have any question that I can research for you. I'll be happy to do that. As the title said, this is a sincere real estate chat. Please smash that like button right there, or better yet, maybe you want to subscribe and possibly even share this video because I'm going to be sharing quite a bit of information in there. Number 1 out of 10 benefit of investing in pre-sale project is to have ample time to save. Since pre-sale typically don't require the full amount of the payment until the completion date, other than the amount of the deposit, you have ample time and more amount of time to save up for that amount of deposit because it's also being spread through. I touched on the subject of the amount of the deposit being spread through, and that is the fact with most pre-sale or pre-constructions. For instance, the project that a client and I were visiting yesterday, they required a total of 20% down payment. Now, the first 10% was due upon signing the contract. The second 5% deposit was due in 9 months, and final deposit of 5% was due in 18 months after the first deposit was submitted. As you can see clearly right here that my client had enough time to save up for the second deposit and third deposit in a timely manner. Here is a fun fact. In Canada, you can put somewhere from 7 to 10% down payment if the price is 999,999, or in other words, 1 penny under $1 million. It hits a 1 million mark, then your down payment requirement is 20%. This is a generalized information, so although you don't require mortgage for the pre-sale or pre-construction since the completion date is few years from now, but it is advisable whether you have a steady employment or you're working in self-employed with capricious income and unknown income, it is certainly advisable to go through the pre-approval process, not only to know how much of the money or home you can afford, but also to understand how much of a down payment required. And based on the deposit instruction from these developers, you can see whether you can pull that off or not. And that's going to bring us to number 2, potential for price appreciation. In a rising real estate market, the pre-sale or pre-construction project, they have potential to appreciate in value and bring more profit to the investors. You want to keep that in mind that no one can predict the future. For instance, if you're investing in a pre-sale or pre-construction in a low or slower market, in other words, buyer's market, then in that case, the prediction could be promising. So as the other way, if you're investing in a high activity real estate, there is a possibility that everything is not staying up. It could come down. By the time of completion, the price and the market do not match. The question is how to avoid the loss. There are many methods that you can practically do your due diligence and understanding the trends about the location of the product you're purchasing. But the most important factor in a real estate in general is long-term hold. Number 3 benefit is that there is no cost or expense until the completion date. This is a great advantage as the pre-sale or pre-construction projects usually take few years to complete. And within this period, other than the deposit that you paid for, there's no other cost of home ownership. What's the cost of home ownership? For instance, there is no strata fees. You don't have to pay any property annual taxes, and you don't have to pay any maintenance or practically, repair or any other hydro, many other costs involved in maintaining that home. I'm going to share this story with you. A few years back, I got to meet this brilliant and smart young investor, Brianna. She wanted me to research on how much the prediction of a cost of owning a home is. So what I did, like first and most, I asked her, I go, Brianna, but you're not going to be paying any sort of expenses until the completion date. So why do you want to know this? And she said, Axel, I just want to put my spreadsheet together and understand how much money I'm saving. That was a smart move. I did my research and we came up close to about $700 in cost that she's saving on a monthly basis until the completion date. Now, these costs will consist of strata fees, annual property taxes, her cable fee, hydro, utilities, and many other costs that could be if she owned that property now. These costs were without considering her mortgage payment. So the interesting part of this story is that she actually, when she committed herself to this pre-sale project, she started putting down $700 into her saving account, and the total saving for a 2.5 years of completion was about 21,500 or 8,400 annually. So for 2.5 years of saving $700 a month, and she actually pretended that she lives in that particular home. She put down $700 in her saving account. After 2.5 years, she gathered 21,500, which she could use it for any purpose. I found this story quite inspiring, and I wanted to share Brianna's story with you. Maybe you want to do the same. And number 4 benefit is that in case of appreciation, you benefit from the 20%, not the entire price tag. Imagine that. I'm going to explain this a bit further. Imagine a price of a home is 1 million and you're required to put down 20% deposit for this pre-sale project. So, and the deposit is gradual and you save up enough to put down that 20%, which is $200,000, into the trust account of the developer's lawyer, which eventually will count toward your down payment for your mortgage. Assuming 2.5 years passes by and the appreciation of that area was about 10%. So assumingly that unit that you purchased for $1 million now worth $1,100,000. But you didn't benefit 10%. You actually benefited from the $200,000 deposit that you put down. So meaning that you made $100,000 out of $200,000, not $1 million investment. This is a great way of looking at things, and that's how investors are also looking at it. You see where I'm going with this? Number 5. Number 5 benefit of investing in pre-sale or pre-construction project is that you have more choices and more selections. When you're buying a pre-sale or pre-construction, you certainly have more selection in finding better floor plans, layout that suits your need, and customize it and choose the finishes to your liking. The trick is that you need to be early in a process. The early process, we call it a platinum stage. And that platinum stage is important. I want to share with you a secret. Most developers, when they do want to announce the opening of their sales gallery, they market this event toward their existing clients that they have purchased from them before. Or in other words, they call this list VIP clienteles. And the realtors that they work for these clients, they are the one receiving the information. It is always best to be early in the platinum stage to choose the best floor plans and best floor level and best layouts as it is available at that moment. In addition, in that period of a platinum stage, mostly developers that put down tremendous amount of incentives that you practically don't want to miss out. So it is important who you work with. Number 6 is new construction warranty of 2-5-10. Presale investment offers the buyers a comfort of mind for the next 2, 5, and 10 years. What are these 2, 5, and 10 warranty? Is 2 years in labor and material, 5 years in building envelope, and 10 year for the entire structure. In British Columbia, to increase the consumer protection for the brand new home purchase, under the Homeowner Protection Act regulation, licensed developers are mandated to provide the third-party homeowner warranty insurance since July of 1999. In addition to this perfect bonus that you have for the next 2, 5, and 10 years, your appliance is also brand new, isn't it? So you also have 1-year manufacturer warranty on those. Consequently, you don't have to spend any money for maintenance or repair. That's going to save you thousands of dollars. Number 7 is lower maintenance fees. Newer construction, due to the warranty that is existing, they usually have lower amount of maintenance fees, and that consequently results into having low amount of strata fees. Yet again, depending on the location, depending on a strata agreement, and how the people vote for this matter, usually on a general way, the strata fees are lower compared to a building that is existing for the past 10 years. Number 8 is better financing options. Some developers, they offer in-house financing. That means that some developers, as an incentive, they sign in with few mortgage lenders or banks, and they bring them into the sales gallery with preferred rates. In addition to those preferred rates, they also guarantee that lowest rate for the time of closing or at the completion date. This is a great advantage for you. Instead of going out there and shopping for lowest rate, they easily offer it to you in their house. Keep in mind, not all developers do this. So this is just a benefit that it could exist as an incentive. Number 9 is 7 days rescission. As the title says it all, you have 7 days to rescind your offer or easily walk away from the contract. Situation changes for every individual. Other than the situation change, this 7 days is practically designed for you to do your due diligence. It's a big decision, and you need to do your research, whether it's the area, zoning, potentiality, crime rates in that neighborhood, or more importantly, reviewing the documents and a contract and the terms and disclosures. These are all important for you to make that decision. And if none of these or any of these are not to your favor, then you can resign your offer and walk away. Number 10 is potential tax benefits. Depending on the location and local tax laws, there may be some potential tax saving for first-time buyers or for brand new projects. As an example, there may be a property tax transfer fee exemption up to $750,000 if the property is brand new. Now, I'm not a tax advisor. I cannot advise you on this since it's outside of my expertise. But what I can do is to share the link for the BC government's taxes and exempts, so you can definitely review it yourself. Or better yet, if you want someone to discuss these issues, I'll be happy to refer them to you. Thanks for participating in the Sincere Real Estate Chat. Make sure to share, subscribe, and like this video for more people to see and enjoy.